it's been late, but this is Nanatsu no Taizai chapter 277, and it's me, the angry anime fan. As despair only grows bigger, it seems that it's now only 1 year left on Nanatsu no Taizai. Maybe it wasn't that surprising, but it bounced back from good to okay to bad and many things more. So who knows what'll happen. Either way, in this chapter, despair keeps on winning after as Mael managed to strike down Derere, and before the commandments could, and then and unfortunately, slaying Derere right there and there also weakened the rest of the people who tried to use everything in their power to hold back Mael. So he absorbs a fourth commandments, effectively turning into a ball of light and darkness. As Derere seems to awaken in purgatory, she actually sees a past version of herself and Moonspiet back then 3,000 years ago when you know, Meliodas uh, killed the Aranach and Seno. Apparently they tried to execute goddesses captives, and that's why he escaped them together with those goddesses. It's not exactly known who those two were, but I wonder if it's connected to that movie that is said to be going on. Either way, they of course couldn't forgive Meliodas for that. Maboonspiet even asked 3,000 years ago if they would have should follow his lead, but of course back then Derere did not listen. So, well, Moonspiet really meant by saying that we could join Meliodas because we're tired of war, but Derere at that time was just consumed with fighting the goddesses and nothing more. Therefore, she didn't listen. And Moonspiet forever followed her. After all, for for him, he had nothing more than extreme loyalty towards Derere. It's not exactly known where Derere happened, but I guess she really did happen in Purgatory. After all, it's memories of the past. As Elizabeth in the real world cries, saying this was their last chance, he uh, Mael, he is the one who turns into a bowl of darkness and light. As Elizabeth says that the only one who can stop Mael now is a human, a fairy, or a giant, but no one is in enough power level to stop Mael anymore, and nor is and King is greatly wounded. Elsewhere, the two uh, archangels, as Sariel blames Tamiel for his screw up about all this, um, and realizing that there's no one who has power enough to stop it, not even Gother, who he considers a monster, but the cold, unfeeling Gother was different from anything before. With that, the a massive incarnation of light and darkness is being born, and no longer the Mael we know. With this, he says that we failed you, executive. Tamiel can only scream to Mael to become back as gentle, but of course he doesn't listen. And so the bodies of the two archangels finally reach their max, and they're getting disintegrated. As darkness and light falls down, Gopher protects Elizabeth and promises that I was hoping to sacrificing myself and resolve this, but his anger could not be quelled, and it's going to become more disastrous. So therefore he decides he's going to fight. He doesn't want to lose any more friends after all. He is ultimately a doll of selflessness. So can he rise up against despair? Well, that's the title of the next chapter. So who knows? Well, the Derriere scene was sad, but I wonder exactly where did she happen? Did she really go to Purgatory? If demons die when they head there, Why haven't Ban and Melivodas met any of the other demons from before? I guess the answer to that question is because, well, all of them have turned into those creatures of purgatory. So, well, we'll see. Either way, that's basically this chapter. Like or subscribe or give me a comments if you have any. I'll see you later.